what's up, y'all? This is Hank Dixon, aka the Joke Daily hashtag. Pay teachers more money. Teacher Relief Live was a tour I did based on a viral video around the country, just to support our teachers, man. And now we're in this time where with COVID-19 going on, everybody's talking about what they're dealing with at home, but people still haven't given the teachers a voice. So me, crazy guy I am, I'm like, hey, let's hear the teachers talk. Let's hear what they got to say. So I started a series called Teachers Talk, and I'm asking my teachers all over the country, my little friends, like, hey, could you please just give me 2 minutes out of your day, because you're busy at home still, to just answer some questions. So today, my guest is Penelope Tadler. Penelope, I'm so happy you're in here. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
I get geeked. Like, I know we may be in the same city. I may see you guys. We talk online, but it's just never face talk. It's never like this. So, you're good. You look like you're good. Life is good.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, let me ask you this. Why? Why did you become a teacher? Was it constructed? Was it, what happened? How did this go where I'm going to be a teacher and now I'm a teacher?
I was 8 years old when my teacher, Miss Davis, did something that I thought was absolutely incredible. I could not learn to multiply. No matter how much I tried, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It made absolutely no sense to me. And memorizing my multiplication tables seemed just about the hardest task in the universe. So she had this crazy thing on the bulletin board that was the Earth, and everybody had a rocket ship. And then at the top of the bulletin board was the moon. So every time you got 100 on a multiplication quiz, your rocket ship moved. And then once you passed 10 quizzes, I guess, you hit the moon and she bought you pizza.
Wow.
Which was so great, except that I hated pizza. So that was not motivational for me.
Right, you're like...
Yeah, like, okay, whatever. So the entire class launched their rockets except for me. And they were all flying to the moon and mine stayed on the Earth.
Wow.
So she pulled me aside one day and she said, I don't understand. Like, what's happening? Don't you want pizza? And I said, no, I hate pizza. And she said, oh, well, what's one thing that you could have for lunch that would make you want to launch your rocket?
Yeah.
And I said, an egg salad sandwich from Manhasset Deli. I was very specific and still am at 50 years old, still very specific. So this teacher, you have to understand, Manhasset is a suburb of New York City. It's on Long Island.
Okay.
She lived in New York City and did not have a car. So she took the train to Manhasset every day, and then another teacher would pick her up at the train station and drive her to our school because it wasn't really walkable.
Yeah.
So she said, okay, well, I'll get that done for you. And I thought, yeah, right. How are you getting that done? You know, because in my 8-year-old mind of knowing absolutely everything, I thought,
you got a spaceship because it's far.
Right. Exactly. And then she worked with me and she helped me and she worked with my mom and she gave my mom flashcards. And it was just one of those things that I thought was so out of this world, never going to happen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I knew all of my multiplication tables and my rocket was moving up towards the moon and I was in awe of the whole thing. And then my rocket ship hit the moon and she borrowed somebody's car and drove to Manhasset Deli and she got me an egg salad sandwich and I ate it in her classroom with her at lunch and it was just the two of us. And I remember looking at her
and that's all it took.
And saying, I'm going to be a teacher just like you.
Wow. So how long have you been teaching?
29 years.
Wow. Okay. Here. I've seen you post it before, but I'm going to clap right in your face. Here you go. Man, 29 years. What do you teach? What grade?
Right now, 4th grade.
4th grade. Where did you start? What did you start?
I started actually in the school that I went to. I was a long-term sub in Manhasset. I taught 6th grade. And then I taught high school theater, tech theater.
Did you?
Yes, set building and design.
Okay.
And then I taught pre-K at a year-round school in Virginia. And then I went to a private school in Manhattan and then a special ed Quaker school. I taught at Adelphi University for a while.
Man, Penelope.
And I've been a New York City public school teacher since 2001.
Man, like if somebody say, "What's your experience?" You'd be like, "All of it."
I know I've hit every grade except for first and second. Those are the only two, and I'm okay because I really don't want to teach first and second.
And then that's an acquired taste. This is what I've been hearing. What is it that? What was your first day like when you, if you can recall, like your first day where you were past your training, your room was set up, and you walked in and you were like, "Now it's all on me. Like I have to do this." What was that day like?
Gosh, I honestly don't remember. I remember being terrified of what if they don't listen?
Yeah.
What if I, have to yell at them? What would I do? I don't know what to do. And I don't actually remember it being as scary as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I found my student teaching experience was really hard. I did it in rural Virginia, and then moving back to New York, it actually was a little easier.
Yeah.
In New York, because I was in my hometown and I knew the kids. I actually knew some of their parents.
And you speak the same language.
Yes.
Like what you would say that would be something that would be familiar to yourself and your family. Those kids speak the same language.
Absolutely.
What grade was it that you'll never, put it like this, what grade or what experience that you'll never do again? You were like, it wasn't good for me and it wasn't good for them. It was not a good mix.
So I had two experiences like that.
Okay.
One experience was kindergarten.
Okay.
I'm not patient enough for 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
The constant touching and the wiping of the noses and the tying my shoe, and I have to go to the bathroom and I can't get my pants unbuttoned. I don't like any of that. And I'm honestly too sarcastic for 5-year-olds. They cry because they don't get it. My fourth graders, they get me. They totally get me. They laugh. And even now with remote teaching, the parents are in the background laughing through my entire online classes. And I'm like, thank you. This is the audience I've been waiting for.
Right. You may be in the wrong business.
Maybe 5 more years and I'll be done, and I'll start something new.
Hey, there's room over here for you in comedy. We're all running around here like nomads. So it's a pure place to hear this, because it's like every teacher I talk to, there's a pocket that they're just comfortable in. And, to find your pocket, even over the years, it's just like, this is where I'm comfortable and that's where I excel. I never thought that teachers look for a place to excel. I thought that you guys once you finish school and you're just like, you pick the lesser path or the hard. I don't know if it's the challenge. Like I want to be challenged by these students. Most people like, I don't want the headache every day because of the money. So you're thinking what would be the better trade-off is I can go in, I can keep my sanity, and I can easily teach these kids and I can get out of here. But it sounds like you love the challenge of your energy being expressed and they receiving it more than you going and trying to structure something that would be just a parent's job, pretty much.
And I have always said that my job is more than teaching them how to multiply and how to read and write. I mean, of course, that is my job. But if I can make them better human beings by the time they've left my classroom, I've done my job.
Right. And you want to, go ahead, I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you, let me tell you right now, I get super excited in these interviews. So if I'm just talking a lot, believe me, the question is coming. I'm so geeked that I'm able to do this. So I apologize.
I'm so excited. Yeah. I was just going to say that I just feel like with Miss Davis, she treated me like a person and she made me a better person. She made me realize that you can do the smallest thing to help somebody feel better. Looking at my children, I had a student once who'd never had a stuffed animal in his life.
Yeah.
And that broke my heart. Like, what do you mean you've never had a stuffed animal? And his parents were just not those parents. They didn't buy him toys. So I, of course, rigged a contest in my class and made sure that he would win. And the prize was a stuffed animal because I wanted him to have that toy. And then years later, he's now graduated from college. I love that boy. he ran into a teacher friend of mine, I guess about 2 years ago. And she said, "Oh, Teddy, how are you?" And he said, "Do you think Miss Tadler remembers me?" And she said, "Honey, she's got your picture in her living room. She remembers."
Wow. Really, Penelope? That's amazing.
So, you know, those are the things that, to me, he'll never forget that somebody loved him.
Right.
And a lot of my kids, I don't feel like they always know.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. I think the understanding the dynamic is they don't understand. A lot of people don't understand the relationship between teachers and students. They think it's all education and tests. They don't understand that you have loaned us your babies. Basically, we'll let you take your kids home for a trial period, but we want our kids back undamaged. And the common thing, would you say, what you always hear that you just want to know, are they healthy? Are they loved? And what was keep seeing the same three that teachers just want to know. Are they loved? Are they safe? Are they healthy? Did they eat? Did you hug them today? Right. And if a parent says that, then you're like, fine. I mean, read that book whenever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Paint that project, cut that paper whenever.
When they're loved, they do actually want to work that much harder. They want you to be happy. They want you to be proud of them. You know, my classroom is a little different than a lot of people's classrooms. Yeah. I spend a good portion of my morning checking in with every single child individually. So attendance takes me about 35 minutes, which some people crazy. Yeah. But for me, I'll look at every child's face. So I would look at your face and say, "Hi, Hank, how are you? How was your night? What happened last night? Anything fun? You want to tell me anything?" And sometimes they'll say like, "Oh, I'm tired," or "Oh, I had pizza," or "Oh, I had whatever." And sometimes they'll say, "Can I talk to you later?" Yeah. And I'll say, "Yes, hold on, and let's wait." So then I go through my day and, you know, of asking everybody how they are. And then the children who need to speak with me, we go step aside. They tell me whatever it is. And it's usually something like, "My mom yelled at me this morning. My brother took my lunchbox." Things that are sort of ridiculous to us, but to them, it's everything.
Everything.
So I say to them, "Okay, tell me what it is. Give it to me. And I'm going to put it in my virtual backpack. And I'm going to hold on to that for you all day. So I'll hold the anger at your brother in my backpack. If you want it back at 2:20, you let me know. I'll take it out and give it right back to you." Wow. They never ask for it back, but it's the idea of leave the outside world outside. You're in school. Just stay here. Stay with me. You're safe. I love you. I'm going to protect you, and everything is going to be fine. And it's really changed a lot of the ways that they look at school, because they know if it's something bigger than that, they know I'm going to take care of it. They know that I'm going to go and call a guidance counselor. I'm going to call the principal. I'll call somebody for help. But for the most part,